There's also then the issue of Jennifer's car. If you recall from when we talked about it earlier, the Orlando Police Department had claimed that there was no evidence left behind because it looked like the perpetrator had wiped the car clean, right? But when the Kessies and their private investigator were looking through the official pictures of Jennifer's car from the day that it was discovered, they felt like the police description and what they were actually seeing were two completely different things. They believe that the pictures taken of the hood of Jennifer's car show a very clear image of what potentially happened to Jennifer. The hood itself is pretty dirty, just normal dirt and dust, but if you look really closely on the right side, there are these big areas that look like smudges. Smudges that somebody's body would make if they were bent over or slammed down onto the front hood of the car. Not to mention, near the bottom middle area of the hood, there are what appears to be finger marks that are dragged down the hood. It's very eerie looking at this picture. For those of you watching the video version, you know what I'm talking about. And it's eerie to see the picture and knowing that Jennifer's body is the one that possibly made those marks. And apparently this was information that the family hadn't been made aware of before. But it changes things because the theory before was that maybe someone came up behind Jennifer and grabbed her or forced her into the car. But the marks on the hood make it seem like somebody snuck up from behind her and then threw her body against the hood of the car. So the Kessies, they released these photos to the public, hoping that it would change things. That maybe somebody would remember seeing something that day or seeing someone that day, and that seeing pictures of the car would refresh their memory. And sure enough, some people came forward. One woman told the investigator that she remembered seeing what she believed to be Jennifer's car swerving in traffic near an exit that was close to Jennifer's condo. She claimed that she remembered seeing two people in the front seats, and it looked like they were fighting over who was in control of the steering wheel. Another person came forward claiming that 10 months after Jennifer's disappearance, they saw somebody throwing a rolled-up carpet rug into a lake that wasn't too far from the condo. And I have to say, this was an interesting tip because on the day that Jennifer went missing, the construction crew was scheduled to lay down carpets in several of the condos that they were working on. So the lake was searched by dive teams for 2 whole days, and then they ended up calling it quits. They didn't find any carpet, any rugs, and they didn't find Jennifer. So now it's been years since the Kessies and their private investigator Michael took over the case, and they've created a slightly new theory. Apparently, Michael is claiming that at the time of Jennifer's disappearance, there were up to 10 construction workers living in the condo directly across from Jennifer's condo, and he believes that those people know way more than they're letting on. He has also stated that it could have been 1 or 2 people who actually kidnapped and likely killed Jennifer that day, despite there only being 1 person caught on that security camera footage. Then, in 2022, there were more updates. Drew and Joyce had successfully gotten the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to take over the case. So now there was this new hope and resurgence in the case. Like, okay, we finally have the people who were initially involved out of the picture. These new people are on the case.